Hey guys, happy Wax Wednesday. A little different view here today. I'm just getting ready to change out my wax and my warmers, and I just figured what a great opportunity for me to share with you my favorite ways to change out my wax. So you will see two different warmers here because I'm doing two different methods. Over here you will see our beautiful fluted gray warmer, and I have some cotton balls here. And then over to the left, we have the Live Simply warmer, and I just have a little paper towel here. So this wax is still pretty solid. I have only had this warmer on for just maybe 3-4 minutes, and you can see that the wax is still pretty solid, but what I do is I just push down in the middle there. You can see that the wax is kind of soft and pliable, but it hasn't pulled out at all. So I just leave the warmer on just long enough for the wax to just barely separate from the dish. And what I do is I take this paper towel here and I will just push on the sides. I'll see if I can do this without. And you can see it's kind of pushing away from the dish, but it's not creating a huge mess. And it'll just like pop out just like a solid disc here. So you'll see there's a little bit of residue there on the bottom. You can easily just wipe that out. I'm just gonna set this on my paper towel over here. So I'll just wipe out the excess wax. It's super clean. You don't have to worry about any dripping. Oh, I should probably stay in frame, right? You don't have to worry about any dripping, and it cleans out super easy. But the only thing is you need to make sure that you're watching the time to do it this way, just because if it starts to pool out but it's not completely liquefied, it can get kind of messy. So if you're just watching the clock and you can see just like a few minutes have gone by, you can easily pop it out that way. So we've got that way. What I tend to do if I see that my wax has started to pool out a little bit, I'll just let it completely liquefy. Or if you are someone who likes to just keep your warmers on 24/7, which is still totally safe, you can totally do that. I have friends who that never turn their warmers off, and that's totally fine. I don't do that just because when I'm not home, I'd rather save the scent for when I am home rather than when I'm not. So over here, so the fluted gray, that is completely liquefied. I'll see if I can kind of bring this up a little bit. So it has, sorry if you can hear my dogs grunting in the back. We are obviously downstairs in the kitchen. So the dogs are in the background kind of playing around a little bit. Anyway, so the wax is completely liquefied here, so you can see that. So I love this option of using cotton balls. Now this was actually half of a brick cube that I used. So that's equivalent to about 2, maybe 2.5 bar cubes. So what I like to do is use 3 cotton balls, and I'll just throw it right into the dish, just like that. And what I'll do is I'll make my rounds to all of my warmers. So I'll go in and I'll throw 3 cotton balls in every single one of my warmers. And while it's soaking it up, then I'll go back around to the warmers and pick up these little cotton balls that have soaked it up. So you just kind of leave it in there for just a few moments, just to let the cotton balls absorb the melted wax. And you can see there's no dripping. There's no mess. I love this method. I actually have some friends who use these as fire starters, so you can do that as well. I'm just gonna put it on this little paper towel here. So I just kind of wipe it around the dish just to make sure I'm absorbing everything. And there may be just a little bit of residue that I have this extra cotton ball on the side that I will just wipe the remainder. So it's nice and clean for the most part, but I like to just wipe it all completely out. So now you have a perfectly clean dish and you are ready for some new wax. Super easy. I love doing it this way. Try not to, I know some people will use like butter knives and things like that. I don't recommend that. It's gonna scratch your dish. These are works of art and you pay a lot of money for these pieces. So I cringe at the thought of taking a knife to any of these pieces. So there's many ways of changing out your wax that you don't have to harm your warmers by. So Now I'm ready for some new wax. Here's a little spoiler alert. So I'm gonna go ahead and warm Amethyst in the gray fluted warmer. This one actually, my gray fluted actually stays upstairs. I just decided to bring it down to the kitchen just to show you this video. So this is gonna go back upstairs. This is a part of our limited edition crystal collection. If you didn't see that video talking about this collection, I will link it down below, so check that out. I am actually going to warm this upstairs just because I feel like if I warm this downstairs, I may lose it just because I have an open concept. So I feel like these scents are going to be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to take this back upstairs. And then for downstairs, this is my Live Simply warmer. This warmer stays right here in the kitchen. I am actually going to warm Darling Dahlia. I love this scent. That is beautiful. So I do 2 cubes of wax in my warmers. I feel like that's the perfect amount of wax. It works really well for me. So, and if you can see, this is one of our warmer stands. It kind of gets lost next to my granite, but it's a great cord concealer. So, all right, you guys, that's it for Wax Wednesday. I just wanted to share with you the ways I like to change out my wax. If you have a way that you like to change out your wax, please comment below and let me know what works best for you. I hope everybody's having a really great week, and I look forward to chatting with you guys soon. Bye, guys.